Hello students, welcome to our third English class for SSC CGL practice set. In today's class, we are going to solve certain important previous year questions from SSC CGL, and the chapter to be taught in today's class is also articles. So today is the third English class of articles previous year questions from SSC CGL. Well, let's start our class then. Coming to the first question. We are witnessing not triumph but the breakdown of democracy. We are witnessing not triumph but the breakdown of democracy. Now the sentence is actually divided into three parts. 1, 2 and 3, and then we can see there is an option given here, no improvement required. That means no error. So we have to choose the correct answer where the option is lying, where the error is lying in. So for that we have to read the question again. We are witnessing not triumph but the breakdown of democracy. That means that in case of the vision from where we are seeing the democracy, we are not witnessing, we are not seeing something huge, we are not seeing any improvement. We are only seeing the demolishment of democracy. Nothing improvement is actually occurring. It's all getting demolished in front of our eyes and we are not able to do anything. So that is the exact dictionary and literal meaning of the sentence, that according to the democratic situation, everything is getting demolished and nothing or no such improvements is happening. Well, that's the literal meaning of the sentence. And now coming to the error part of the sentence. Very easy and convenient to find out the error. We are witnessing not triumph but the breakdown of democracy. So in case of democracy, we are witnessing two things. And rather better to say that in this sentence, it has been declared or it has been discussed to witness two things. First, triumph. Second, some of you may call it triumph, some of us call it triumph. Actually, the correct pronunciation is triumph. When it is coming about breakdown, we are making it specific. The breakdown, we are making it definite. But when it's coming to triumph, it is not being specific. Is it correct? No. When we are seeing something, it is specific. And when we are not seeing that thing, that is also specific. Both the things are equally specific and important. So we have to use definite article the here, since we are making it particular. We are making it specific. So the correct sentence is, we are witnessing not the triumph but the breakdown of democracy. So the error is lying in not the triumph is the correct sentence. Now let's see which is the correct option. Now in this kind of a question, a twist is actually existing in the option place. You can clearly see that the sentence is not divided here, but the error part is actually presented here with different variational answers. In the last class, I have told you that we usually face two type of category of question from the composite structure. One, where we will be given a sentence, we have to find out the error and also rectify the error. And number two, we will be given the sentence, we have to find out the error, and the error along with variety of options only regarding the error will be given in the given options. And we have to choose that which one is fitting perfectly or suiting perfectly with the sentence, grammatically, of course. Now coming to the question again. Not the triumph but breakdown. Is it correct? No, because we are actually specifying both triumph and breakdown. So we have to use the in both the cases. So here we need to use the Option number 2, not the triumph but the breakdown. Is it correct? Yes, it is. And option number 3, not triumph but breakdown. We are not making it specific. We are just giving a generalized idea of democratic situation, which is actually incorrect from the grammatical scenario. So the correct option is option number 2, since the is written here and also here. Not the triumph, but the breakdown of the democracy. I hope the sentence is clear to you. Moving to the next question. Let's read the question. He used to reply that the only place for which he went was the town library. He used to reply that the only place for which he went was the town library. This is a CGL 2022 question. SSC CGL 2022's question. He used to reply that the only place for which he went was the town library. Very easy and actually convenient for us to understand. Here you can see that we are actually specifying a place. Town library is a place. Now let's read the question again from this point. He used to reply that the only place for which he went was the town library. Here we are using which. Can we use which for a place that's too definite? Never. Whenever we are using or talking about a place and that's too even definite, for place, what's the perfect word? The perfect word for place is were. For person, who or whom. For place, were. For things, that or which. Definitely I'll tell you the difference when we come to noun, and then when we go to adjective, we'll definitely tell you the difference between these words and how and in which manner they are presented in the sentence. All these things I'll explain you. But right now for article, let's focus only on the article part and also the solving of the questions. Now let's read the answer once more. He used to reply that the only place for where he went was the town library. So the part of the sentence where the error is lying is this part, for which he went, which is option number B. So here which is incorrect, it will be replaced with were. I hope the sentence is clear to you. Moving to the next question. The child was gazing longingly at the toy. Once more, let's read. The child was gazing longingly at the toy. Now, this one is actually a very simple sentence, and I have seen in due course of time that we get more confused in simple sentences than complex and bigger sentences. We get often more confused in shorter and simple sentences, and that's really tragic. So let's read the question once more. SSC CGL 2022's question. The child was gazing longingly at the toy, and the sentence is grammatically absolutely correct. So we have to choose option number D, no error. The sentence is actually containing no error. Hope the sentence is clear to you. Moving to the next question. Neither the doctors nor the nurse were present when the patient reached the hospital. Neither the doctors nor the nurse were present when the patient reached the hospital. SSC CGL 2022's question. Neither the doctors nor the nurse. We can clearly see that it is getting specified for doctors and for nurse. In both the case, it is getting specified, right? Neither the doctors nor the nurse were present when the patient reached the hospital. Now let's find out where the error is lying. Whenever we are making it it is getting specified, right? Secondly, we are using neither and nor. Neither nor, either or. Both the things mean one, and in both the cases, usually the is used if any particular noun gets specified. If any particular noun gets specific. In both the cases, the is used in that situation. Henceforth, neither the doctors nor the nurse were present. No, it is was present when the patient reached the hospital. So the error is lying in part number B. The word were will be replaced with was. I hope the sentence is clear to you. This was a little different type of a question. More we practice, more we'll face different type of question with different twists, and naturally it is going to be helpful for all of us to have an idea regarding solving the questions. Moving to the next question. Let's read the question. There are no tables at the classroom. There are no tables at the classroom. In this sentence, we have to find out the error, and we also need to rectify the error, and then we have to find out that the rectified part that we have done, on which option that rectified part is lying. 1, 2, 3 or 4. Now let's read the sentence. There are no tables at the classroom. Fine. Now let's read the option. There are no tables at the classroom, which is similar. There are no tables in the classroom, similar. There are no tables on the classroom. There are no tables over the classroom. Now, I have often seen students who get confused between at and in. Are you also confused? Then don't worry, I'll make it clear to you. For shorter places, we use at. For comparatively large places, we use in. For example, at Delhi in India. At Kolkata in India. So, when we are talking about a place which is within another place, so for shorter place we are using at, and for bigger place we use in. So this is actually how we use the prepositions at and in. Now you may ask that why are we talking about preposition in article? Because every single grammatical chapter is related to each other. All the grammatical chapters are completely interrelated. Hence, we are having, or rather we have to have the knowledge of all the rules of all the grammatical chapters. The basic that we have studied till class 10, that is really enough for us to solve the questions. And accordingly, we have to proceed. All right, let's read once more. There are no tables at the classroom. Is it correct? No. So the correct sentence is option number 2. There are no tables in the classroom, because we are talking about the table in the classroom. The table has to be within the class, in the class. The classroom is quite big. So option number 2 is the desired option that we need to choose. I hope the sentence is clear to you. Moving to the next question. I am having trouble deciding in a gift for them. I am having trouble deciding in a gift for them. And this is a question from SSC CGL 2022. 2022's question, I am having trouble in deciding a gift for them. That means there are a lot of people for whom I am trying to give one gift and I'm very much in trouble. I'm very much confused regarding what gift I can give them. So we have to put nothing but the word in before deciding. I am having trouble in deciding a gift for them. So The correct option that we need to choose is option number D, and the error is deciding in, which we have to rectify with in deciding. So the correct sentence is, I am having trouble in deciding a gift for them. I hope the sentence is clear to all of you. Moving to the next question. Let's read the question. Bobo was very richer than Jim as he had illicitly accumulated all his wealth. Once more. Bobo was very richer than Jim as he had illicitly accumulated all his wealth. That means Jim is a person and Bobo is another person. Bobo has adeptly and illicitly accumulated, that means collected all his wealth. It can be property, it can be liquid gold, it can be gold, jewelry, it can be liquid money, anything. So Bobo has accumulated all the wealth, but how? Just by accumulating all the wealth, and he is richer than Jim. So in this sentence, there is a clear error lying. Bobo was, either we have to write richer than Jim, or we have to write Bobo was a very rich boy as he had illicitly accumulated all his wealth. For comparative degree, we have to write richer. For comparative degree, we are writing richer, and for positive degree it is a rich. Since we are talking about one person, so we are writing a. One person, so a. So either we have to write Bobo was a very rich person like Jim, since we are if we need to make it positive, but since we are making it comparative, we are writing it richer, and we have to we have to remove the word very, because very is a positive degree. And let me remind you the rules, that two words or two adjectives of two different degree and similar degree can never sit beside each other. We can never write very best. No. Either we have to write best, or we can write two words of same degree, very good. Either of them. We can mention either of them, but both of them sitting together is definitely incorrect. Either superlative or two words in positive. So either we have to write Bobo was a very rich, or we have to write Bobo was richer than Jim. But definitely it is suggested to write Bobo was richer than Jim, since Jim is another person and comparative degree is usually used between two persons. Comparison is usually done between two persons, and hence we have to write richer, and we have to omit the word very, and the desirable option that we need to choose is option number A. Hope this sentence is clear to you. Moving to the next question. She has not written a single novel by 3 years. Very simple and different type of a question. She has not written a single novel by 3 years. SSC CGL 2021's question. Now here we are writing a single novel. That means we are talking about one particular novel. That means either she is writing the novel for 3 years. That means she started 3 years back and she is continuing. It is taking her 3 years to write a novel. Or we can give a meaning that she is writing a novel. She has not written a novel by 3 years. That means within last 3 years, she has not written any novel. So literally the sentence is having a meaning, but grammatically it's incorrect. When do we use by? When we are making a limitation. or a boundary. Whenever we are creating a limitation or a boundary, we use the word by. But here we are talking about past. We are talking about past 3 years. So are we at all creating any limitation or boundary? Actually, no. Hence, the sentence is, she has not written a single novel for 3 years. The word will be replaced with for. For 3 years, she has not written a single novel. That means within last 3 years, she has not touched, she has not touched a novel. That means she has not written a single novel. So the error is lying in part number C. The word by is replaced with for. I hope the sentence is clear to you. Moving to the next question. She is quite a generous woman to have donated such a large amount for the flood affected people. She is quite a generous woman to have donated such a large amount for the flood affected people. SSC CGL 2022's question. Students, please make sure whenever you are attending, whenever you are solving questions, you are focusing not only on the literal meaning, not only on the grammatical meaning, but also on the vocabulary words, their spelling, and the vocabulary meaning. I hope you can understand from which point we are going to check this question. Let's read the question once more. She is quite a generous woman. That means we are talking about one particular person. She is a person. Pronoun is actually applied here. She is a person. She is a generous person. Quite a generous woman to have donated such a large amount for the flood affected people. Now in this sentence, it has a wonderful tragic. That the sentence is grammatically correct without a spelling. If we correct the spelling, it will be grammatically precise, but literally, verbally, it's correct. So the error is lying in this part because the spelling is given here incorrect. It will be Quite, not et. It's Quite. So she is quite a generous woman, definitely, to have donated such a large amount for the flood affected people. And the correct option that we need to choose is option number D, where we are replacing the word Quit with Quite. I hope the sentence is clear to all of you. Moving to the next question. The meeting was held upon for an hour due to non-availability of the committee members. The meeting was held upon for an hour due to non-availability of the committee members. Now let's try to find out where actually the error is. We are talking about a particular meeting. Hence we are using the. The meeting was held upon, right? The meeting was held upon for an hour, that is 1 hour. Just like first article class, I have told you that the letter H is silent and we have to use an in case of words where the letter H is silent. The meeting was held upon for an hour due to non-availability of the committee members. Let me just explain the literal meaning of the sentence. So basically in this sentence it has been actually explained that the committee members were not yet present, for which the meeting was delayed. The meeting didn't start since the committee members were not present. Hence, the correct sentence is the meeting was held up, not upon. When do we use the word upon? When certain an incident, a meeting, or a show, or a performance, anything that is happening on a particular day. And in those cases, we can use the word upon. But here we are talking about a delay of a meeting since the committee members were not present. In that case, we definitely need to use the word up and not upon. So the correct sentence is, the meeting was held up for an hour due to non-availability of the committee members. I hope this is clear. Now let's try to find out where the error is. It's clearly in option D, and we have to remove the word upon with, we have to replace the word upon with up. So the correct sentence is, the meeting was held up for an hour due to non-availability of the committee members. I hope the sentence is clear. Moving to the next question. No talking on the dinner table is an absolute rule. No talking on the dinner table is an absolute rule. So we are specifying where we cannot talk on the dinner table. So we are making it specific regarding the place, which is the dinner table. And we are also talking about a rule, an absolute rule. That is, on the dinner table, we can never talk. It is not allowed to talk on the dinner table. It's an absolute rule. SSC CGL 2022's question, real, easy, simple, and it should be an universal truth, but people often doesn't follow this. Very sad. So the sentence is actually grammatically incorrect and it is having no error. So it's option number B. I hope the sentence is clear. Moving to the next question. Let's read the question. There can be precious diamonds and metals in the surface just below you. That means you are standing somewhere, you are standing on a surface under which precious diamonds and metals may be present. Let's read once more. There can be precious diamonds and metals just in the surface just below you. Now this is really easy. Now we are actually specifying the surface, for which we are using definite article the. We are talking about a particular surface, hence we are making it specific. So something, if it is lying, it cannot lie in the surface. It lies on the surface. If this is a surface, it lies on the surface. And what is the meaning of in the surface? Something is in the surface. So on is basically something above something, that is on. So diamonds and metals will be on the surface and not in the surface, right? So the correct sentence is, there can be precious diamonds and metals on the surface just below you. So it's option number C that we need to choose. The word in is getting replaced with on. On the surface just below you. I hope the question is clear to all of you. Moving to the last question from article for today's class. Let's read the question clearly. The boy as well as his friends were absent from the class when the teacher came. The boy as well as his friends were absent from the class when the teacher came. Now this is a little twisted question. In this question we have made class specific, we have made teacher specific. Now basically teacher and class, both the things are made specific, but the subject is boy as well as his friends, this part. Now according to rules, whenever we are joining two noun, if we are joining it with as well as, then the verb will be according to the first subject, that is singular. Hence we cannot use the word were, we have to use the word was. Let me repeat the rule once more. Whenever we are joining two nouns with the phrase as well as, then the verb will be placed according to the first noun or first subject. If the if the first subject is singular, then the verb will be according to singular noun. If the first subject is plural, then the verb will be according to plural noun. And this is exactly how the rule is being created. So the correct sentence is, the boy as well as his friends was absent from the class when the teacher came. So the correct part is option number C, where the error is lying and the word were is replaced with was. I hope the sentence is clear to all of you. Well, that's all from article chapter for this class. Rest of the important and twisted article previous year questions we will be solving in the next and the last class for article. So in the next class, we are going to solve the remaining questions, and that is going to be the last class for articles. Thank you for joining this class.